In past there are many species resides our planet in which many of them are wonderful and few of them are too dangerous. But as time passes they got extinct from our planet due to various reasons. One of the main reason of their extinction is human intervention such as hunting for enjoyment, poaching to earn good money from black market, etc. That's why today we are going to explore 10 most popular species which got extinction in past hundreds to thousands years ago. And what do you think, is it possible to de-extinct these species with advanced technologies? Please share your thought on this. At number 1 is Tyrannosaurus Rex, a species of dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous period, about 68 to 66 million years ago. Tyrannosaurus Rex, whose name means king of the tyrant lizards, was built to rule. It was one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs, measuring up to 12.3 meters in length and weighing up to 6.8 tons. The T-Rex had a powerful bite force and was the apex predator of its time. It is believed to have gone extinct due to a combination of factors, including climate change and competition with other predators. A T-Rex fossil skeleton named Sue sold in 1997 to the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago for $7.6 million. The skeleton is 85% complete. It was the most expensive dinosaur skeleton sold at the time. T-Rex fossils have been located in the Canadian provinces of Saskatchewan and Alberta, Mongolia in East Asia, and in the U.S. states of Wyoming, Utah, Texas, and Montana. At second is Dodo, a flightless bird that lived on the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. Entire tourism on the Mauritius is based on Dodo, despite the fact that it doesn't exist for centuries. Pictures of Dodo can be found all over the island. Dodo was an omnivore. Its diet was based on the fruit, nuts, seed, roots, bulbs, shellfish and crabs. It went extinct in the late 17th century due to hunting and habitat destruction by humans. The dodo is famous for its distinctive appearance, with a large beak and bulky body. It was also known for its friendly nature, which made it easy prey for hunters. Extinction of dodo resulted in the near extinction of dodo tree, plant whose seed can germinate only after exposure to dodo's digestive enzymes. First complete skeleton of dodo was discovered in the cave on Mauritius in 2007. Until that time, dried heads and legs were the only fossils of dodo. Third is woolly mammoth, a species of prehistoric elephant that lived during the Pleistocene epoch, about 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago. They reside our planet during Ice Age. It was adapted to cold environments and had a thick coat of fur to keep warm. Even the thickest, shaggiest coat of fur wouldn't provide sufficient protection during a full-on Arctic gale. That's why woolly mammoths had 4 inches of solid fat underneath their skin, an added layer of insulation that helped to keep them toasty in the severest climatic conditions. The woolly mammoth went extinct 12,000 years ago due to a combination of hunting by humans and climate change. Cloning of woolly mammoth might be possible as it is close to the elephant species. Fourth is Saber-Toothed Tiger, also known as the Smilodon, was a large carnivorous cat that lived during the Pleistocene epoch, about 2.5 million to 10,000 years ago. It was known for its long, curved teeth, which could grow up to 20 centimeters in length. Unlike its name suggests, these cats are not related to the modern-day tigers found in Asia. In fact, the saber-toothed tiger got its name from its large canine teeth that could grow over 7 inches in length. The cats had a wide gape that enabled it to open its mouth to 120 degrees. This is double that of today's lions, who can open their mouths to 60 degrees. Unlike modern cats, such as tigers and house cats, which are solitary hunters, the saber-toothed tiger was a social animal. It is thought that they lived in packs and had a social structure much as lions do. They had no natural predators. It is thought that they were hunted to extinction by humans. Smilodon fossils found in the La Brea tar pits show proof that some of the animals had experienced fractures, severe crushing, crippling arthritis, and other degenerative diseases. If these cats were solitary hunters, it is likely they would have died before these wounds healed. Many of the bones found showed extensive healing and regrowth. This suggests that the cats survived after their injuries and were most likely cared for by other cats. At the very least, the other cats enabled them to feed. Fifth is passenger pigeon, a species of bird that lived in North America until the early 20th century. It was once one of the most abundant birds in the world, with flocks containing billions of individuals. The passenger pigeon was nomadic, constantly migrating in search of food, shelter, or nesting grounds. By the 1870s, the decrease in birds was noticeable. especially after the last large-scale nestings and subsequent slaughters of millions of birds in 1874 and 1878. The main reasons for the extinction of the passenger pigeon were the massive scale of hunting, the rapid loss of habitat, and the extremely social lifestyle of the bird, and the last known individual died in 1914. It has been suggested that the passenger pigeon should be revived when available technology allows it, using genetic material from such specimens. Sixth is great auk, a flightless bird that lived in the North Atlantic until the mid-19th century. The great auk was an important part of many Native American cultures, both as a food source and as a symbolic item. Many maritime archaic people were buried with great auk bones. It was the only modern species in the genus Penguinus. Standing about 75 to 85 centimeters tall and weighing approximately 5 kilograms as adult birds. It was hunted extensively for its meat, feathers, and oil, which caused its population to decline rapidly. The last known individuals were killed in 1844. Seventh is Tasmanian tiger, also known as the thylacine, was a carnivorous marsupial that lived in Australia and Tasmania until the early 20th century. It was known for its distinctive striped coat and wolf-like appearance. The thylacine was able to open its jaws to an unusual extent, up to 80 degrees. The thylacine was an apex predator, though exactly how large its prey animals could be is disputed. It was a nocturnal and crepuscular hunter, spending the daylight hours in small caves or hollow tree trunks in a nest of twigs, bark, or fern fronds. It tended to retreat to the hills and forest for shelter during the day and hunted in the open heath at night. The Tasmanian tiger went extinct due to hunting by humans and disease. The Australian Museum in Sydney began a cloning project in 1999. The goal was to use genetic material from specimens taken and preserved in the early 20th century to clone new individuals and restore the species from extinction. Eighth is Steller's sea cow, a large marine mammal that lived in the Bering Sea until the late 18th century. Some 18th century adults would have reached weights of 8 to 10 tons and lengths up to 9 meters. It is known that Steller's sea cows are extremely shy and reclusive, spending most of their time in sheltered areas such as coves and bays. At one time, Steller's sea cows were widespread in the North Pacific Ocean. However, due to overhunting by humans, they are now extinct. Steller's sea cows were large, slow-moving creatures that made easy prey for hunters. They were also prized for their meat and oil, which made them a valuable commodity. As a result of this hunting pressure, Steller's sea cows were dramatically depleted in numbers and were last seen in the early 1800s. Today, they exist only as a reminder of the devastating impact that humans can have on wildlife. The last known individual was killed in 1768. At ninth is quagga, a subspecies of the plains zebra that lived in South Africa until the late 19th century. The quagga is believed to have been around 257 centimeters long and 125 to 135 centimeters tall at the shoulder. It was distinguished from other zebras by its limited pattern of primarily brown and white stripes, mainly on the front part of the body. The rear was brown and without stripes, and appeared more horse-like. Quaggas, like most animals, face threats from natural predators in the wild. The biggest threat to them, however, proved to be humans. For many years, they were hunted in large numbers for their meat and skins. They were also frequently hunted for sport, which caused its population to decline rapidly. The last known individual died in captivity in 1883. Last tenth is Irish elk, also known as the giant deer, was a species of deer that lived in Eurasia until the late Pleistocene epoch, about 11,000 years ago. It was known for its large antlers, which could grow up to 3.6 meters in length. Several theories suggest that human hunting was the ultimate cause of Irish elk extinction, whether this was due to maladaptations of the elk, such as its massive antlers that could have prohibited running, or simply widespread hunting that constantly reduced the population until it went extinct. Humans have wiped out many of the largest animals across many continents, so this theory is highly likely. Well, we all understood why these species were extinct in past years, and many more species are at the verge of extinction. So we are human, the most intelligent species, have to think on to conserve these endangered species from extinction as they play an important role in our living ecosystem. Thanks for watching.